Cayamo. What do you call yourselves?
Camerons?
Cayamians?
Ians?
Cayamites?
Cayamites?
Well, we got some baggage on this stage, do we not?
We do.
Yes.
Head in the way.
We have ourselves a Mary Gauthier. Jaimee.
Yeah.
Emmylou Harris. And Grace Potter.
Yeah.
DiFranco. Yeah, we're just gonna do some song swapping.
Nice.
Old school. I'm gonna kick it off. All right.
Maybe a Jimmy that's not as bright.
Yes, everybody, welcome to sing along if you're feeling it. Growing up was just me and my mom against the world. And all my sympathies were with her when I was a little girl. Now I've seen both my parents play out the hands they were dealt. And as each year goes by, I know more about how my father must have felt. I just want you to understand that I know what all the fighting was for. And I just want you to understand that I'm not angry anymore. I'm not angry anymore. She taught me how to wage a cold war with quiet charm. And I just won't walk through my life unarmed, to accept, just get right like my father learned to do. But without all the acceptance and getting right, got my father through. I just want you to understand that I know what all the fighting was for. And I just want you to understand that I'm not angry anymore. No, I'm not angry anymore. Night falls like people into life. We generate a world like to compensate for the lack of light from above. And every time we fight, a cold wind blows our way. We can learn, like the trees, how to bend, how to sway, and say, I think I understand what all this fighting is for. And baby, I just want you to understand that I'm not angry anymore. No, I'm not angry anymore. You want to hear Emmylou Harris play a song?
Yeah.
All right. Well, who can be angry on the boat, right? I love the title of this particular thing we call Echoes of Her, right? And I do think about a lot of the great lady singers that have influenced me, and some of them are gone. I love particularly hearing Jaimee's version of Nancy Griffith's Four to Come Line. It was great. And, I know I did a couple of Nancy songs in my set, but this song is I was lucky enough to write with two women who influenced me so much, and whose music still resonates for me, and that's the Kate and Anna McGarrigle. I'm so glad you know who they are. Sometimes I feel it's part of my mission in life just to tell people you must give yourself the gift of listening to these two women, extraordinary music. And I was lucky enough to know them and actually write a couple of songs with them. So Jaime's going to help me out on this one. All I left behind should come as no surprise to me since I fell through the black hole of your eyes. Only little things inconsequential I could say of all I left behind with you along the lost highway. Needed moccasin and torn apart, but I had you so I just let them go. Flannel shirt I wore to keep me from the cold when we rode from Boston all the way to Buffalo. Leather boots I bought so many miles ago, took them off to follow you into the Ohio. Never did my armor feel so thin. Silk was all I had between me and your skin, like Waterloo. I lost that too. By the one who loved him all her life, the way I too could have loved you. Spanish shawl I put across the golden shade of the lamp that lit the room that last night near Coeur d'Alene. Only little things inconsequential I could say of all I left behind with you along the lost highway. Of all I left
There's no straight lines here tonight.
No.
Grace is gonna sing a song.
I was supposed to sing that last line with you guys, but I was so into the song, I just completely, there's no way I was jumping in on that. Emmy and I did an event in Nashville as a benefit for your beautiful foundation that rescues animals. She's gonna talk about that a little bit later. There's more on that later, but what I think is so beautiful about this cruise is how easy it is to get lost in song and completely forget what time it is, what your job is, whether you have shoes on, or whether you're married.
Oh, wow.
And I just forgot all those things. Thank you for that. And Ani's song, Angry Anymore, is one of those ones that looped in my bedroom while I was burning incense and repainting my room for the 17th time, just to figure it all out. You know, at the age of 17, I'm so honored to be on this stage, experiencing this all over again. I'm lost. I don't know if I'm married. Am I married? Where's my husband? He's here somewhere, I hope. There are no straight lines. I want to take you on a journey down a not so straight road that I took. The record that I put out is really a double record, but there's only half of it out. And I want to share the other half with you, because you guys keep secrets really good. I checked in at the crossroads. I met some strange folk. They were in a cheap motel. I could hear every whisper through the walls of the room. Felt a little like a prison cell. I wrote a song about a dream I had. Then someone rang the dinner bell. And they whooped and they hollered when I came in, saying, girl, you're going straight to hell. Down Mother Road, once again I turn to you. 'Cause you know how I feel, mama, you've been run over too. So can I lean on your shoulder just until my feet find the ground? And wherever I'm headed, oh mama, mama, don't let it be down. Don't let it be down. When I took a little detour out to the crater, the sky was wild with rage, and I drove my jalopy like a rocket taking off down that sunset straightaway. There's an endlessness in the way I feel when I wrap my hands around that wheel. 'Cause only I know just how far I'm gonna go. Down Mother Road, oh, I always come back to you. 'Cause you know how I feel, mama, you've been run over too. Can I lean on your shoulder just until my feet find the ground? And wherever I'm headed, oh mama, mama, don't let it be down. Don't let it be down. 'Cause I don't really know if the day will ever come when I find that peace within. But as I roll down this rugged highway, closer than I've ever been, I got caught in Oklahoma. I was driving too fast. That's when my world slowed down. So I made my confession to the highway patrol. I was lost, but now I'm finally found. But she gave me a ticket anyway. And I didn't put up a fight, 'cause I've driven 1,000,000 miles. I've lived 1,000,000 lives. But now I'm almost headed home tonight. Down Mother Road, once again I turn to you. Show me the way, mama, just like you always do. I'm gonna find my true north, out west or down south. And I keep on rolling until I figure it out. And wherever I'm headed, oh mama,
Journey.
Oh, that was beautiful. And the road trip continue, baby.
Let the road trip go down another road. Here we go. I'm gonna play a song I wrote 25 years ago about being a sort of an outsider kid in the deep South. And I want to dedicate it to all the LGBTQ people out there. And I just sort of want to make a general announcement that our transgender brothers and sisters really need us right now. They really are under attack, and it's really scary. And they're some of the most beautiful people I've ever met in my life, and some of the bravest. And this song is for y'all. I hated high school. I prayed it would end. The jocks and their girls, it was their world, I didn't fit in. Mama said, baby, that's the best school money can buy. Catholic school. Be strong, hold your head up. Please, Mary, try. So I stole Mom's car on a Sunday, left home for good. Moved in with my friends in the city in a bad neighborhood. Charles was a dancer. He loved the ballet. Kimmy sold pot, she read Kerouac and Hemingway. Drag queens and limousines, nuns and blue jeans, dreamers with big dreams, they all took me in. Charlie and I, we flipped burgers to cover the rent. And bourbons at happy hour for 35 cents. One day before work we got drunk and danced in the rain. So they fired us both. They said, don't ever come back again. Yeah, but drag queens and limousines, nuns and blue jeans, dreamers with big dreams, they all took me in. My daddy went to college, then he worked for the state. He never quit nothing, and he wanted me to graduate. My brother and sister played in the marching band. Sometimes you've gotta do what you gotta do, and pray the people you love will catch up with you. That philosophize. These are my friends. Good times. Okay, I picked one of my newer songs because it's short. I just want to hear these other women. You can give me a pill to sleep. You can give me 10 different kinds, but I had laid down under sheets of concrete, and I can't get the weight of it off my mind. Feeling depleted, feeling drained, much like the blood was sucked out of my veins. I laid down in a spinning room, in a spinning room. So go ahead, diagnose me. Give me a name for my pain. Watch me very, very closely. Find a thing to blame. So, all right. Well, getting back to what Grace was talking about, my other job. Back in 2004, I started a dog rescue in my backyard. I mean, it just seemed like the obvious thing to do.
Right.
I had a big backyard. I don't swim. I don't play tennis. So why not have a dog rescue? Yeah, but one of the people said, "Do you regret anything?" Well, I regret that for the first few decades that I traveled around on a tour bus, I didn't have a dog. I don't know why. I just assumed, well, you can't have a dog. But of course you can. You have to have a certain kind of dog, a certain kind of personality. And I had gotten this dog from moved to the house with a big backyard, and in Nashville, and got this sort of a big black, funny-looking dog. He was sort of a poodle mix. He looked like something Dr. Seuss would have drawn. And he could scrunch himself up into the tiniest armchair. We used to say he was part accordion. But anyway, that darn dog traveled with me all over the United States. He even peed on a glacier. I played in Australia, not Australia, the other one, Alaska. And yeah, that would have been something to get him to Australia, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the glacier in Australia.
Anyway, but he was still pretty young. He was only, I think, 11 when he died very suddenly. And if you lost an animal like that, sometimes you go into a state of grief. And I thought, well, I don't think I'll get another dog. So instead I started a dog rescue in his memory in my backyard. And we just celebrated 20 years last July. Wow. It's called, my dog's name was Bonaparte's, and so it's called Bonaparte's Retreat. And we sort of specialize in the big black dogs, because for some reason the black dogs don't show well, they get passed over sometimes. The old dogs, which really tug at my heart, and dogs that might have little problems, like, you ever heard of a luxating patella? I never heard of it until I started a dog rescue, and it's about a $4,000 surgery on a dog. So what we do is we get them fixed up, whatever they got, heartworm positive, or sometimes, anyway, we get them fixed up and put them out there, and these wonderful people adopt these dogs from us, and it has been a great joy of my life to be able to do that, because I had this other job as a singer, and I was doing pretty well. Dog rescue is not for profit.
No kidding.
Anyway, this song just came to me. It's a love song to a dog. Started out as a love song to my second big black dog that I adopted when I first started my rescue. I had been adopted. I'm talking a lot because Ani's song was so short. I'd started my dog rescuing from and partnering with National Humane, which is what we call a low-kill shelter. But I kept thinking about those dogs at the what we call at MAC, at the Metro Animal Control, where it was back when we started, the euthanasia rate was pretty high. And when I first went to rescue a dog there, I took the one that was next on the list, if you know what I mean. And of course, didn't take long for her to end up in the house with me. But basically, this is a song about all the dogs in the shelters that are waiting for homes. A big black dog, a little too much gray around the muzzle. Big black dog, waiting in the cage in line for the death row. Big black dog. Did somebody put her out on the road? Did they just not care? Did they think an old dog was too much trouble for them to bear? This big black dog, a big black. Oh, I sang the wrong words, didn't I? I talk so much I forgot the song. A little too much beer on the muzzle. Okay, let me try it again. Okay. A big black dog, too much gray around the muzzle. Big black dog. Why she ended up in the pound is a puzzle. A big black dog. Did she run away because somebody didn't treat her right? Did they leave her out in the cold night after a lonely night? This big black dog, a big black dog. I found her one day down there at the Metro. A big black dog, waiting in a cage in line for the death row. A big black dog. Did somebody put her out on the road? Did they just not care? Did they think an old dog was too much trouble for them to bear? This big black dog. find it there in a big black dog. Big black dog. I talk too much. Big black dog.
If you just say big black dog and then we all do it at the same time, everyone's gonna feel completely alone and together all at once.
But when I throw it, Mom, when you throw it, she always comes to me when I throw. Anyway, it's about my big black dog. Okay, I know this part. With a brand new leash, brand new collar, it's a brand new game. I love to see the way she runs to me when I holler out her name. My big, big black dog. Her name is Bella, Bella. You're not brown, you're not yellow, Bella, Bella. My big, big black dog. My big black dog.
You know what I love so much about that? That's what adopting a dog feels like. Everything that you thought you knew, you had a plan, you had it set, and then this person, this human thing that isn't a person or a human, it's a dog, just distracts you from everything you thought was happening. And we just recently, because Emmy influenced us, after playing her benefit at City Winery in Nashville a few years ago, we fostered a dog, or otherwise known as a foster fail. I'm still in the ... of that sentence. I don't know where things turned, but boy, am I glad they did. And we just spent a week driving across the country because we could not imagine life without him. So we drove from our farm in Vermont to our home in Topanga so that we could do our bi-coastal pansexual adventure. And the dog is coming. And I mean, to be continued, but I really think that what I love about that song, and what every time I hear it, it reminds me that you should never ignore the stragglers, because they're the most interesting human beings of all, and the most interesting creatures of all.
Don't forget about the old dogs. There's so many in shelters that need a home.
The last kid picked is sort of, I feel like there's a theme evolving here with Mary's song and with Annie's. I mean, there's a very specific catalog of music that finds its way into people's hearts, and it's usually because you feel in one way or another alone, or like you need to go searching for something on your own. And that's what this song is about. I brought my parents on this cruise so they can attest to the fact that I did not fit in. I was legally blind. I was in the learning resource room a lot because I couldn't read, and then they were like, okay, how about Braille, Gracie? No. I just turned it into a paint. You know, I just was like, this feels great. It was all very tactile, but they didn't really understand the spectrum back then. And whatever spectrum I belong in, I wrote this song about that human and that journey of trying to figure out where you fit in if what is called home doesn't quite feel like home. It's called Little Hitchhiker. She was on her way to find her mom. Everything she owned in a red suitcase. So she followed the road along the river, and she sang to herself when it turned late. She sang, ooh, little hitchhiker. Ooh, you're on your way. Ooh, little hitchhiker. You're gonna find what you're looking for someday. She awoke in a field full of flowers, near the bend in the old highway. She held her thumb out for hours and hours, but the cars just passed by her day after day, singing, ooh, little hitchhiker. I pulled over, she flashed a sweet smile, and her story sounded strangely familiar. I had that same red suitcase as a child, singing, ooh, little hitchhiker. A dog howl, like a wolf howl. Just gonna tie the dog and the human narrative together really good, right? Woo woo! Ow, ow, ow. They found a red bag floating in a river, and a rag doll washed up on the banks. It's been 30 years and they never found her. Legend goes she still roams these old highways. I guess sometimes Mother Road can't keep you safe.
I'll play this song that I wrote with Vince Gill. I was over at his house and he said he'd played a show with Mavis Staples, and as they were leaving the stage, Mavis grabbed his arm and said, "Vince, son, we sure have seen some times, haven't we?" Vince said, "Mary, I think that's a song, some times." I said, "Well, Mavis said it, you like it, hell, I'm in." And he had a little melody, and in the little melody he had some words, and somewhere in the words he mentioned a train called the Orange Blossom Special. And I asked him to tell me about it, and he said, "I don't really know anything about the Orange Blossom Special." I said, "I don't either. Let's look it up." And I found real quickly on Google that the Orange Blossom Special was a high-speed luxury train. It went from Miami up to New York. My visuals were wrong. It went from Miami up to New York. New York down to Miami. It rolled in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. And I found a picture, a black and white picture, of a waiter in the dining car.
He was wearing a tuxedo and he looked quite proud and dignified. You could tell it was a good job being a waiter in the dining car, the Orange Blossom Special. The dining room was white linen, silver, and china. And I swear to God, the man in the black and white photo started talking to me. Figured he was probably 95, 96 years old if he's still with us. And turns out he had a few things he needed to say. I worked the Orange Blossom Special, 48 to 54, Manhattan to Miami. I worked in the dining car till Eisenhower built the interstates and jetliners sailed the skies, and luxury trains were shuttered and the railroads up and died. Sometimes I have seen sometimes I have seen They shot JFK and Bobby and Martin Luther King. These days guns are everywhere, Lord, they shooting everything. I saw my first black president, made me so proud I cried. I saw the insurrection, I can't say I was surprised. Sometimes I have seen sometimes. Sometimes I have seen sometimes. I am an old man now, my life is almost done. But in my heart I do believe that we shall overcome. I pray for this world of sorrow, for a better tomorrow, that we might get there without the loaded gun. My wife of 60 years died 7 years ago. And when I dream about her, in my dreams we are not old. If you see a locomotive rolling down the line, would you stop and think about us? If you hear a whistle whine, sometimes I have seen sometimes. Sometimes I have seen
I know, let's all just take a moment. Well, when I heard we were gonna do this song swap, the person who told me that she's like, just so play sing-alongs.
Just play your sing-alongs. Yeah. Yes, I neglected that part. Of my. So I thought I'd just play you the last song I wrote a few weeks ago. But now now I'm in the White Room. I'm in the White Room visiting you, Emmylou. Where are we? Okay, here we are. You know what? Turn this guitar down, if you please. I'm no longer as much as I once was. Don't just say what I think without thinking. 'Cause a person can get taken down like a flag does. And if you blink, it just leads to more blinking. So if anyone's asking, I'm out walking my route, nursing my doubt. Tell them I'm more than willing to just sit it out for now, just sit it out. Every word that is spoke is a spell cast, frozen in eternal broadcast. And every flag that you pass is a half-mast, and the time to say less, it is long past. So if anyone's asking, I'm out walking my route, nursing my doubt. Tell them I'm more than willing to just sit it out for now, just sit it out.
It feels like all of these songs that we're playing are somehow calls and responses. And there's something about what Ani just played, if you don't mind my saying so, because I think they're working out some technical stuff.
No, it's time.
Oh, we're running low on time.
So
Then I shouldn't talk. I was
no.
going to do a monologue about
I
time.
know. The thing is, Jaimee was kind enough to work on my songs, and she's up here, and she needs to do it.
Thanks for asking. When I saw that Emmylou Harris had come to my set earlier today, I forgot the first half of the first song I played, so
Nobody noticed.
thank God.
Love is gonna come again, maybe when you're not quite looking, maybe tonight, my friend, maybe when you're driving, love will come and you will fall to a place you never thought you could fit in. Love is gonna come again. No, you don't believe me yet. lying in your sheets alone, hiding from your telephone as it echoes through your empty home. No way if you'll have anything close to what you had then. Love is gonna come again. I know it hurts like hell right now, and totally you know how. No one can tell you when. Oh, but love is gonna come again. Joy will find its way to you. Maybe it'll come with the morning dew, right where those flowers grew. Butterflies flew, and on their wings they always bring kind of peace to ease your grieving. Love is gonna come again. Oh, love is gonna come again.
So, was talking about Kate and Garrigle, and Kate passed maybe 15 years ago now. A great friend, a wonderful artist, and wrote this song as sort of a farewell to my friend. So it's finally come. You have left this world, but we'll miss our Kate, our darling girl. We held your hand, kissed your lovely brow, and bid farewell. You're sailing now, free from the pain. You lay that burden down, but your strong and giving heart will surely be your crown. As you slip the surly bonds of earth and sail away, perhaps we will meet again somehow, someday. Until then, there's nothing we can do but wait to see once more our darling Kate. All those nights we sat, talked till the sun come up. You fed our souls, you filled our cup with your perfect words, and oh, that voice. We fell in love, we had no choice. And I can't say for sure where you have gone, but in that place, betting there's a better song. We all know down here the taste of joy and strife. You were the sweetest note in the chord of life. Now you slipped surly bonds of earth and sailed away. Perhaps we will meet again somehow, someday. But if there was one name I could consecrate, it would be yours.
think as we're rounding things out here, we're getting into the last round of songs for everybody. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe, yeah, this is it. I was told I should come up with 4 sing-alongs. I don't have 4 sing-alongs. I do, but they're not Cayamo songs, let's just say that. So I guess the question is, do you want to hear one of the unheard, never before played songs from the new T-Bone Burnett record that's coming out? Okay, because I did have a bunch of folks at the last show that wanted to hear Release, and so it was like, do we do Release or we do this? Neither are really sing-alongs, so just strap in, I suppose. But this one feels most appropriate, especially in the arc of storytelling that's been going on here. We've gone from the beautiful song, Barry's song about being a witness, to an incredibly painful breakup song, to a losing of life, to now the metaphor of, and honey, your song about give me my prescription for what's wrong with me. That's just my internal monologue at all times. And yet I don't trust any doctor that would ever be foolhardy enough to dive into this mind. And then this tender and beautiful song about Kate. I think that at the end of the day, we all don't want to be alone. Truly, that's really all we want, is to find our center, hopefully in the arms of others or in the minds of others. And I think it's so beautiful how we've all held space for both the mind, the experience, and also other people's experiences. Our hearts can break and come back together again as long as we hang on. So that's what this song is about. So I've never played it before. I have no idea how this is going to go. It's called To Shore, which I hope we get to tomorrow.
Beautiful. blame your shelter. Let me take your hand. Our eyes will search the dark horizon until we find the land. And if one of us don't make it, I will not let go. My heart will rise with you. I've been on this losing boat with you, sinking to the ocean floor. But your heart will stay afloat. So baby, jump in the water with me now. I've been on this losing boat, and I'm not sinking to this ocean anymore. I'm gonna make our hearts stay afloat. So just jump in the water, jump in the water, jump in the water, and get yourself to shore.
Slide that thing, Grace.
It feels right with the rocky ship, you know.
Well, thank y'all for having me in this round with y'all. What an honor. I just really love strong, powerful, talented, brilliant women songwriters. I'd say disqualified.
Yes.
Well, my father could use a little mercy now. The fruits of his labor fall around slowly on the ground. His work is almost over. Won't be long, he won't be around. I love my father. He could use some mercy now. And my brother, he could use a little mercy now. He's a stranger to freedom, shackled to his fear and doubt. The pain that he lives in, it's almost more than living will allow. I love my brother. He could use some mercy now. My church and my country, they could use a little mercy now. As they sink into a poison pit, it's gonna take forever to climb out. They carry the weight of the faithful who follow them down. I love my church and country. They could use some mercy now. Every living thing could use a little mercy now. will do anything to keep their crown. I love life itself could use some mercy now. Deserve it, but we need it anyhow. We're hanging the balance, and we dang between hell and hollow ground. And every single one of us could use mercy now. Oh, every single one of us could use some mercy now.
All right, they say we have time for one more, and we might not be the sing-along types, but how about a John Prine song?
Woman songwriter.
That's right. Amen.
Amen to that, Emmylou.
Dreams were lightning and thunder were desire. This old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living's just a hard way to go.
When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. Weren't much to look at, just a free rowdy man. That was a long time, no matter how I tried. Years just flown by like a broken down man. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old